Well, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition or a leak from the Supreme Court. And to get a leak from the Supreme Court it's not rare. It's not done. These people are extremely good at being able to keep a secret, being able to keep their conversations in and amongst themselves. And for this to be leaked, this idea that Justice Samuel Alito has written the position, the opinion, in a 5-3 decision that would overturn Roe v. Wade and Casey versus Planned Parenthood, this doesn't just leak. Everything about this is purposeful. Anybody, and I mean anybody, who says otherwise is lying, out of their mind. A partisan, a fool, flat out crazy, full of crap. I'm Tony Katz. This right here is the Morning Rumble, presented by Americans for Prosperity. Where's my little logo right there? Boom. Hey, look at that. AmericansForProsperity.org. I am walking the streets of downtown Indianapolis, which I don't get to do all the time, but I've got a meeting to go to. So I figured this was a perfect time to do it. And I've been trying to take in as much of the information as I can regarding this leak. Now, the leak is the story, not what the position may be. It was arguable that the position could be that they would overturn Roe v. Wade, which does not do away with abortion rights in America. It says it's up to the states. The argument has been that abortion, as it was decided in Roe v. Wade, was improper. There was a lot of mental gymnastics to try and get to the idea that a constitutional right exists when it's not in the Constitution. That's my take, that it was a usurpation of states' rights and therefore should be something that should be overturned. If you want to now create a law that says abortion is legal in the United States, go about doing that. I may disagree, and I do disagree. I believe that abortion kills something, but we shouldn't somehow pretend that that isn't the system by which you utilize, or the system you utilize to try and get a desired result. You create a law to allow something, you create a law to stop something. That seems to be the standard operating procedure, the proper system for what it is we're discussing. Utilizing the court just to say, well, it is. We allow this, it's over, done, thank you very much. That isn't acceptable. And I'm glad that there's a conversation now about saying no to this. And I'm not opposed. As a matter of fact, I'm rather fine with the idea that we would say, yeah, we're going to overturn this really, really terrible decision because it should be overturned. But that's not the story. The story here, stunningly, is the breach, is the leak, and how we have President Biden and we have Senator Chuck Schumer and a host of others totally fine with this, very okay with this. And they're even threatening the Supreme Court. They are the ones engaged in the full-on threat. The Supreme Court can't change this. How dare they? This is about a woman's right to choose, and they can't allow it. As a matter of fact, we're going to call the vote. That was Chuck Schumer today. We're going to call the vote, and what we're going to do is we're going to put people on the record on where they are regarding abortion. Again, fine. Go right ahead. But pressuring a third branch of government from the executive and from the legislative is obscene. Where is anybody in the Democratic Party to stand up and say, we don't do this? I may agree or disagree about abortion, but we don't sit here and come up with threats against the judicial branch. Not a one of them is going to say that. Nope. Instead, they're down with it. They're fine with it. They're okay with the threats. This is the part that is so absolutely positively despicable, disgusting, awful, that we're watching this happen, this act of violence in real time. Because of course it's an act of violence. It's not just an act of violence against Supreme Court justices. It's an act of violence against you, me, and we. That we can see the executive branch and the legislative branch threaten the judicial branch is an act of violence. This leak is an act of violence. It is what it is, what it is. There's no other way to look at it, to think of it, to devise it, to divine it. I mean, pick your word. The leak was meant to apply pressure. And we have members of Congress, members of the Senate, the president, equally applying pressure. Absolutely, positively obscene. This, if you had asked me yesterday what I think of the Disinformation Governance Board, I would tell you it's the most insane thing I've ever seen, the most un-American thing I may have ever witnessed. But today, you got me beat. It's this leak. And instead of Democrats saying, we find this disgusting and abhorrent, and the judiciary needs to be able to act independently, they are gladly applying the pressure. They are gladly attacking, shaming, ridiculing. They are gladly saying, do what we want, or we will be the ones who assault you. No respect for them at all. And I don't see how anybody else does. Now, yeah, this is a short one today, and I apologize for that, but I got to do the thing. I got to go to the thing. So make sure you're here on Rumble more often, rumble.com/Tony Katz, and check out all the videos that we have. And remember, what you're seeing from this Democratic Party, this is just one of the many reasons I can't bring myself to vote for these people. And never mind, I disagree with policy. How about just the general attitude of how you deal as a person? How you engage rationally and realistically? How you separate your politics from decency? They can't do it. They don't deserve any of our votes. Tell your friends. I'll catch you next time. Take care.